Hey there, friends. It's Maggie again. I've got my apron on, the kettle's just whistled, and we're about to talk about something that gets my rolling pin all fired up. Vintage recipes. Now, I know what some folks think. That old recipes are just starchy casseroles and mystery meat salads from a can. Well, bless their hearts, they're wrong. Let me tell you why vintage recipes are actually healthier than most people realize. And no, I haven't lost my marbles. Let's go back in time for a second. Picture a 1950s kitchen. There's no DoorDash, no pre-cooked meal kits arriving with dry ice. People actually cooked from scratch, daily. That alone is healthier. Today we eat stuff with ingredients we can't even pronounce. You ever try reading the back of a frozen dinner box? Polysorbate 84? Sounds like something you'd use to scrub your bathtub. But vintage recipes? Simple, honest. Straight from the garden, the farm, or your neighbor's backyard if you were lucky. You'd see stuff like flour, eggs, butter, onions, and maybe a bit of lard. That's it. No preservatives, no neon orange cheese powder. Real food. Imagine that. And don't get me started on portion sizes. A slice of pie back then was just that. A slice. Not half the pan with 3 scoops of ice cream and whipped cream sprayed like it's a fire extinguisher. Moderation was the secret sauce. Back in the day, people didn't count calories. They didn't drink kale smoothies either. They just sitting down at a table with actual forks. What a concept. And here's something else. Those old recipes used the whole ingredient. You didn't throw out chicken bones or carrot tops. You made broth. You stretched what you had. Nothing wasted. That's not just smart. It's healthy and respectful. You know what else was different? Sugar. Sugar wasn't in everything. Your grandma's cookie recipe? It used sugar because it was expensive, and people treated it like a treat, not a food group. Today we've got sugar hiding in salad dressings, bread, even beef jerky. Beef jerky, people. But that sweet molasses cookie from 1942? That one's the real deal. And fat. Oh boy, fat gets a bad name today. But back then, it wasn't low fat, reduced fat, or half the flavor fat. It was just fat, butter, lard. Real fats that came from real food. And here's the kicker. People were thinner. Now, I'm not saying we all need to churn our own butter or raise our own hens. I mean, if I had chickens, they'd probably end up as house pets anyway. But we bring back the basics. We can trust a good meatloaf. We can slow cook a stew. We can make a pie crust that doesn't come out of a box labeled ready to roll. And let me tell you something else. Vintage recipes don't need to be perfect. I've burned more biscuits than I care to admit. My famous carrot salad once turned green. Don't ask. But you know what? That's part of the fun. Cooking old school means you're connecting with the past. It's like holding hands with your great-aunt Edna without the mothball smell. You're learning from women who made do, made magic, and made memories. And let's be real. Half the joy of vintage recipes is the stories. Oh, this is the cake my mom made for every birthday. This was Grandpa's favorite casserole before he switched to mashed potatoes only. Every bite has a memory baked in. And here's a little secret. Old recipes are forgiving. Don't have heavy cream? Use milk. Out of nutmeg? Just skip it. Nobody's grading you, except maybe your cat. And he's more concerned with the butter. Now, before I let you go, I want to share something that'll help. It's called My. I made it just for people like us. Folks who love old recipes but sometimes get stumped when it says stuff like a gill of milk or butter the size of an egg. What does that mean? Well, I explain it all, plain and simple. No more second guessing, no more weird substitutions. Just one sheet to keep in the kitchen and glance at when those vintage recipes start acting mysterious. You'll find the link in the description, or just pop over to ClassicFork.com/cheat. Seriously, It'll save you a whole lot of what in the world? Moments. And hey, if you have any vintage recipes you love or questions about one, drop a comment. Let's bring these old flavors back to life, one casserole at a time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an apple crisp in the oven that's calling my name. Talk soon, sugar.